What's up? What's up? Welcome to the video. I got a lot to unpack in one video. So to start off, I have a beat tape coming out. I haven't put anything out in such a long time, and I don't usually put stuff out, but that's about to change this year. I really want to make a change and start putting my music out there. And if you guys notice, the channel hasn't been doing any tutorials lately. I've been focusing more about making beats and finishing music. I'm changing the name of the channel as well, but I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. So the beat tape that I'm referring to is going to come out through Dust Collectors next month. Okay, so shout out to Cooking Soul, shout out to Brett for putting me on. I'm going to be releasing it, and I'm going to use it as well as a jump start into putting more music out there, because that's one of the things that's been lacking with me. I mean, I've been making a lot of music, but I don't put stuff out, and a lot of people ask me, where's your music at? And there isn't. I mean, there's very little stuff that I put out. And after that comes out, I'll be putting out more and more beats that I've been sharing on the channel and other ones that I have stored. So all of you that have been asking for beat tapes and stuff, it's coming out, so just hang on a little bit. So yeah, man, and this is kind of pushing me into a whole new direction with the channel as well. So I'm more focused on making music and not so much tutorials. I started as a tutorial channel, as you know, talking about the MPC. And this started just as an impulse. I'm an impulse kind of guy, and when I saw some videos talking about the MPC that were just a little bit incorrect on what they were saying, I kind of jumped straight into making a video. I was like, I'm going to comment, and no, I'm not going to comment. I'm going to make you a video to show you what I mean. So that's how the channel started, and I chose that name MPC Head because it was referring to the machine. It wasn't meant to be an artist name, it was meant to be the channel name. 3 years on, I want to do more, and so as I'm putting beat tapes out, I want everything to fit together, and therefore I'm putting my name on the channel alongside MPC Head for now, but probably the MPC Head will go away at some point in the future. I will always be an MPC Head, but I want to take the channel into new directions. I know you guys want me to evolve as well. That's the whole point of having a channel, is that you can always bring in new content for you. So this is all linked together, me making beats, coming up with new ideas for the channel, talking about new things, bringing you new content. Everything is linked up together. I've been wanting to change the name of the channel for, I think, about more than a year. I think this is just the perfect moment to do that. I think this is it. So changing the name into Marlo Diggs. If you guys know me, Marco, Low from Low Recordings, lo-fi stuff, and Diggs from digging in and finding samples. So very simple. It has a nice ring to it, and that's what I'll be using in the channel description. So changing the name of the channel, the content won't change that much if you're referring to MPC. Everything regarding MPC will still be put on the channel. Not so much tutorials, because I've talked about so many things about the MPC, and that's one of the issues about being a channel that's just reflecting just one machine, is that you get to a point that you've just talked about everything, and what else are you going to talk about? So that's another reason why I wanted to take the channel somewhere else, because I can talk about other things, not just the MPC. And I want to take the channel to a place of sampling, a place of samplers, talk about other samplers. I see the channel going into more beat making videos, talking about other gear. There are plenty of samplers out there that do deserve attention. A lot of good stuff has been made by other companies that deserves the attention, and that I'm very curious about working with at the same time. Which kind of brings us into the Mk2 and the 2.8 that is just out. So the Akai has got us a new MPC Live, so that's the Mark II. Kind of resembles when the Octatrack Mark II came out, same product but with different buttons. So what it is just an update. Really, they given us some extra functions to make the MPC Live better with that speaker and those CV outs. not terribly exciting, but great to see that they're always pushing the MPC and try to make it better. I think it makes me think that we shouldn't always be asking Akai everything just to do this or do that. And I think really what we should be looking for is other companies to start making their products. And I'm talking about this because there's some idea about Behringer coming out with a sampler as well. I mean, I think that's really what we should be looking for. We should be looking for other companies, not just Behringer, but other companies to start building new machines, new samplers. The guys that own synthesizers, these guys are mega spoiled. They get a new synth every month. I mean, every month they might get like 10 new synths or something like that. And us that work with samplers, that work with samples, what do we get? It's like 2 samplers a year or something like that. So I would really love to see companies do that, come up with new ideas with new samplers. And because I look at 2.8 coming out with all that MIDI integration, that's great, but that's great for people that have a lot of gear in their studio. So Akai is kind of branching out to this audience that has synthesizers, that have a lot of gear in their studio, and this is wonderful. This is great for these people that have that, because now you can control everything with an MPC, so it's super handy for those people. That's one of the reasons why I got back into the XL as well, because I'm working with the Touch, and all the time I'm thinking like I'm doing exactly the same thing I was doing 20 years ago with my XL. I'm just chopping and sequencing samples, and I love to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I love to do that. That's what I love to do. And I'm not saying this about Akai. Again, I'm hoping that other companies pick up on this movement that's rising up again of sampling and making beats, lo-fi, boom bap. All this is pretty much alive, and I don't see companies really going to this type of genre that much. I mean, Akai is doing a great job, and they're one of the best companies out there for sampling and for cutting samples. I don't think there's any company out there that has a machine that offers you the type of chops and the chopping functions that the MPC does. So these guys are the best, hands down. But I would love to see other companies with different functions inside their machines. I would love to see a sampler with analog filters inside it. With maybe a limiter compressor built on the outputs. I would love to see these things, bitrate conversions, resampling, analog resampling. I would pay for a machine that has that warmth, maybe have some valves on the outputs. I would love to see all this inside a machine that focuses on just sampling, So regarding to all this name changing and talking about 2.8, I will definitely keep on bringing tutorials. I will give a tutorial on the 2.8 because of some functions inside that MIDI, because you can trigger tracks inside of the MPC via MIDI. So that will create some interesting workflows. I'll talk about that in a coming video. But that's it. So I talked a lot. Thank you so much. Sorry as well. So I just wanted to give you the news. I hope you guys are excited as I am. I just really want to take the channel somewhere, and I just want to evolve really. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Okay. Cheers. Peace.